And we are on air.
Hi guys, my name is Brianna, and today I'm going to be telling you 17 things I learned in 17 years. So let's get right into the video. Okay, so today is my birthday, and last year I did a video called 16 Things I've Learned in 16 Years, and I thought I'd do the same thing this year. But before I get started, I just wanted to say, like I said last year, that this video idea is from Alexis J. Zoll, who did 15 tips I've learned in 15 years, 16 tips I've learned in 16 years, 17 tips I've learned in 17 years, 18 tips I've learned in 18 years, 19 tips I've learned in 19 years, and 20 tips I've learned in 20 years. And she will probably continue to do the same, just as I now will, a tradition I've taken up from her. So I just wanted to give her some credit. Now let's get into it. So I have all of the things I want to say written down. Obviously, I will elaborate on them, but I'm not quite sure the order I want to go in them, so this may appear random because I didn't exactly plan it out. So sorry about that. Okay, number 1. Holding yourself to your own standard is better than holding yourself to the standards of others or what other people think of you. Basically, I just think that other people place these beliefs or put you in these boxes or tell you what you should be or what goals you should achieve or try to tell you what your limit is, but you'll be much happier and much more successful in life if you pick your own goals and your own standards and your own opinions on what you can be and what you should be in life. Things will just work out much better and more in your favor that way. Number 2, dressing nicely will make you feel better about yourself. Now, I don't mean that when you are just in lounging clothes and just chilling, that you're not still just as great. But when you properly dress yourself and you make yourself look more proper and presentable, you'll feel better about yourself because you'll be happier with your appearance. And although you're not altering the way you look in any way, you are, I don't know how to express this, you're just showcasing the best side of yourself, and it just makes you feel better about yourself in general and will boost your morale in doing other things. And this year I'm trying really hard to dress nicely more often, and it is helping. I still have a lot of off days, but I'm trying to dress nicely more and more and more, and it is definitely helping. Number 3, sleep is incredibly important, and you should never feel bad about going to sleep early. Especially when you are a teenager or even a little older and in college. School does force you to wake up very early, and a normal time to most people does make you lack the proper amount of sleep. Because for me, if I go to sleep at 11 or 12, which are average times when you have a lot of homework and other things to do in your life, you're getting 6 hours of sleep. And that's not healthy. You should be getting 8 to 10 hours of sleep at those younger ages of a teenager and early 20s. So, although it's not ideal to go to sleep at 9, 10 o'clock, especially when you have a lot of stuff to do and there might be judgment, but the best thing to do is just get to sleep early, and you will feel much better and you will accomplish way more. Despite losing that time, you will accomplish more because you'll have more energy. Number 4, sometimes, no matter how close you are to someone, how important they are to you, and how good they are for you, something will happen to alter that situation. And it is okay to let go, to give up. It is okay to say that this person was important to me, but I cannot let them be important to me anymore. I need to move on. It may be hard to live without that person for a little while, but you do realize that the people that seem the most important to you, even if they've been in your life for years, that can fade away. And number 5, just because a relationship is over or fades away, it doesn't take away its meaning. It is a time in your life, a person who was once important, extremely important, and significant, and it ending doesn't take away its significance, importance, or meaning. It is still a meaningful part of your life, and it's okay to let go of that person without letting go of the memories and without cherishing that time you had with them. Number 6, always try your hardest to be honest with yourself. It is extremely important, even if you find yourself struggling to be honest with others, to be honest to yourself. Because a lot of times we lie to ourselves to make ourselves feel better, and it causes more problems in our life. Even if it's hard to hear the truth, being honest with yourself will allow you to deal with things and situations and emotions and move past things. Number 7, don't ask for other people's opinions if you don't want to hear it. Don't ask someone what they think if you just want them to appease you. Because if you ask, people will be honest, and if you don't like the answer, then that's on you, because you shouldn't have asked. If you're going to ask someone what they think, be prepared to hear what they think, not what you want to hear. Number 8, you do not have to forgive someone just because you miss them. Someone can do something horrible to you, and you can have to cut them out, and it's still okay to miss them. It's okay to miss someone who did horrible things to you, because that does not discredit the good times you've had with them. But you do not have to forgive them for what they've done to you just because you miss them. They still did those horrible things, and if they are not sorry, you should not forgive them. But you're still allowed to miss them. Now, I said this in last year's video for my birthday, but I just want to reiterate it. Number 9, crying is okay. You shouldn't suppress your emotions. If you allow yourself to fully feel all of your emotions, it will make things much easier. You'll be able to better deal with them, and you'll be able to move on from them, and it might still be hard, but it'll definitely be easier, because if you suppress your emotions, you never deal with them. You need to let yourself feel them, let yourself cry or be angry, whatever the emotion is. You need to fully feel it so you can move on. However, at the same time, you need to make sure you do not glorify your emotions. Yes, feel them and let them be there, but do not wallow in them. Do not let them define you. And do not let your negative emotions become positive or appear positive to you. You just have to feel them, deal with them, and move on. That's how it's gotta go. But you need to give yourself the time and allow yourself to feel them. Number 10, drama isn't worth your time. Just live your life and let things be. Number 11, you can be nice to people you don't like and don't want to be around. It is possible. You don't have to like them or be extra kind towards them, but it is perfectly normal, and you should just act normal and be nice as you would to anyone, even a stranger, to them. Just because you don't like them or they did something to you that you don't like does not mean that you should return hatred. What you put out into the world is what you get, so even if someone hurts you, you should not return with that negativity. If you want to cut them out of your life, do that. I support that. But that doesn't mean you have to put hatred towards them. You can hate them all you want, but you should still treat them with kindness like you would anyone. Number 12, you do not have to think someone is perfect to love them unconditionally. let me explain. Because I don't necessarily mean the word perfect. Because there are people in my life who I think are perfect, but they do fall into this category. What I mean is, you don't have to agree with everything a person says to love them unconditionally. They could have beliefs you think are crazy or you completely disagree with and you think is morally wrong altogether. But that doesn't mean you can't love them unconditionally. People always tend to take beliefs, and if you have opposite beliefs, they tend to hate that and cut that out. You can love someone unconditionally despite being very clearly opposites in a lot of ways, and especially with beliefs. You can see past that, and you can love people extremely unconditionally. You miss out on so much love in the world if you just push away people because of their beliefs. Number 13. You can be okay. I don't mean this in the sense that everyone says things will be okay, it'll all work out. I mean that you can be okay during a hard situation. You can be okay during your struggles. It takes hard work, but you can learn to deal with all the problems and situations and feel those negative emotions that they cause you to feel, but then be okay with it. Deal with and accept those emotions and find ways to let it all go and be okay no matter what is going on in your life. People always wait around for the when things will get better. It doesn't matter, because even when things get better, things can always go back down and come back up. Life is a roller coaster. You don't need to wait for things to get better. You need to wait and push towards you getting better, you getting to a place where no matter what's going on, you can be okay. That is what life is about, not waiting for a change in situation. 14. Even if you will never speak to someone again, try to have a meaningful conversation with them. Life is short and small talk is stupid. You don't want to waste time. You want to take every interaction you have and make it worth something. Ask people things you want to know. Things you want to know about them, their life, their experiences. Every person is unique and has their own life and things that they've done and things they know about. Whether it's someone younger than you or older than you, everyone has experiences that you haven't had. So you can learn from everyone and anyone and take things and apply them to your own life. And even if you can't apply them to your own life, at least you learn something about them, and maybe you can even learn something about yourself through talking to someone else. So make meaningful conversations. Ask the questions you want to know, not the questions you feel you have to ask. 15. Don't apologize unless you are truly sorry. People have a habit of constantly saying, I'm sorry, I apologize, for things they don't even mean that they're sorry for. I understand that socially, sometimes the polite thing to do is to just apologize, whether you feel sorry or not. Like if you're late to a dinner, you say, I'm sorry. But that is such a negative thing, and a lot of times people aren't sorry. Maybe they feel a little bad, but they're not genuinely sorry. Better thing to say is like, thank you for understanding, or thank you for accommodating me, or things like that. Just take a positive spin on things instead of always making a negative, I'm sorry, I feel so bad. Just say thanks. Thanks for understanding. And the second part of that is never be sorry for speaking up about things. If you speak up about something and someone shuts you down, you're not truly sorry for saying it. You just don't want to deal with them. So people apologize all the time for saying what they want to say. Never apologize for standing up, and speaking your mind. 16. If you do not want to go somewhere, don't go. I know this seems obvious, but a lot of people go places because they feel like they have to. Oh, all my friends are going to a party, so I feel like I should go. Or my whole family is going to this place. I feel like I should go. But if you don't want to go, don't go. Even if you're not complaining and making a big deal. If you're not happy, you're sending out this negative vibe to everyone else. You're being a downer, whether you're vocalizing it or not. And you're just going to bring everyone around you down, and then no one's going to have the optimal time. It's not saying they'll have a better time without you, because if you were in a good mood and wanted to be there, I'm sure everyone would have a better time. But with your negative attitude, that's the part of it that is bringing everyone down. So if you do not want to be somewhere, do not go. And if you do want to be somewhere, you better go there. And that's it. It sounds obvious, but a lot of people don't understand that. They just feel like they should go. They feel like they're obligated. But in all honesty, you just make it worse if you don't want to be there. Only go if you want to. And 17. People will pretend that you're a bad person to justify the way they treat you. People will treat you poorly, and to make themselves feel better, they will tell you you're a bad person. They will say bad things about you. Doesn't make them true. It doesn't make anything they say true, and it doesn't justify the way they treat you. It is up to you to not believe them. It is up to you to know the truth, know your worth, and know your value. So, those are just some of my thoughts from this year, more recently, and things I've just learned throughout my life. If you guys learned anything this year, comment it down below. But that's it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Happy VEDIN, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Mwah!